Jessica Petrie maintaining her spot in the starting lineup in place of the injured Natalie Potts, last year's Big Ten Player of the Year. The Huskers have lost 6 straight in this building. No player has defeated the Hawkeyes here in Iowa City, and hoping to turn the tide of that trend here tonight. An offensive foul immediately gives the ball to Nebraska. She's trying to find her groove, especially here at home against Maryland. Season low 4 points, 1 of 8 shooting against Indiana, 1 of 6. Sometimes foul trouble being the culprit so far.
I like this move. I really like this change and shift in the starting lineup by Coach Jensen.
Markowski going to work inside.
And you're like, whoa, they've got road rolls, but really it's deceptive. Their 4 losses on the road were UCLA, USC, at Creighton, which is a very tough place to play. And McCabe doesn't score very many points inside the 3-point line.
That's actually just her 4th basket of her career. That's a 2-pointer. Dialing it up from long range, Markowski would have been 0 for 13 in Big Ten play.
Threes, or they like to score in the paint. She's got the green light for those long twos.
Face up, 3 is good. Kylie Fearback knocking it down.
Talk about someone that needed to get going early. She also scoreless against Rutgers, so this was a great shot for her.
Britt Prince, the response.
Every time Iowa's had a nice basket, Nebraska's come down and quickly responded. That's how you take this crowd, keep this crowd from getting into it.
That's a freshman right there, and a packed building stepping up here in the first. An easy look inside. Won 4 state titles, playing for her mom, Ann, out of Omaha. Just comes in as a fearless player. Multiple fearless freshmen we're going to be seeing on both sides in this contest as Kendall Curley turns it over. Last year's all-time great offense. We have to dial up the defense, and we're seeing the returns on that side. Olsen, the mid-range, too smooth.
And that's what you do, Sloan. If you're in a slump, you outwork yourself. You outwork it.
The rebound taken by Olsen, pushing the pace. Quick swing, Fearbach. She's got 2. Birdie Rimdahl, new early into this game, her first season in Lincoln. Callan Hake can stroke it, not that tough.
Callan Hake is someone who hasn't been scoring a lot of points, but she's been helping Nebraska win in so many other ways.
Been 0 for the last couple games. They want to get her on track, pumping confidence into her. Stolke deep in the post. How did she finish at that angle?
But what she did is she provided an extra ball handler for Britt Prince, because right now that is a freshman who's going to be the primary ball handler and point guard for this Husker team. That's a lot to ask for a true freshman.
Birdie Rimdahl trying to pick up the slack. Speaking of calling her own number, Aaliyah Guyton's got it going early.
She's electric. I'm just going to call her Pam because she comes in. She's like point a minute.
That's the way she's been playing so far in her career. From when she made her debut against Washington State, helped them, win in a Thanksgiving tournament. How about another freshman?
Answer the call.
Taylor Stremlow, great freshman, also for the Hawkeyes. A rebound taken by Amiah Hargrove. Both teams balanced, like to go deep, but it's Britt Prince making her presence known in Iowa City.
Freshman is feeling it. She's going to elevate from Prince to a queen by the time this game is over. She keeps shooting like that.
Save that for when postseason awards come out for the Big Ten. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. O'Grady, a deep post-up, falling away and still puts it down.
Addison O'Grady is just so consistent, and her not starting tonight doesn't have anything to do with her production.
5 of 8 from downtown. O'Grady, hard to stop, but she can't put it down. They allowed 10 against Indiana. Yarden Garzone went 5 for 5. Markowski quickly kicking it out of the double team. And another.
Got to double Alexis Markowski because she's that good. But when you do, then you give up open threes like that.
The definition of a pick your poison team. Get dominated inside by Markowski or torn to shreds along the three-point line. She is able to work her way inside.
I had the pleasure of calling an early non-conference game with Nebraska where they actually set a school record for made threes. It was a three-point party.
Callan Hake orchestrating this offense, finds Rimdahl. Approaching 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Rimdahl off the dribble, a tough take. Her efficiency, decision-making really aiding this team. On Monday, you can see these Huskers. Sign me up for Markowski versus Sarah Williams. As Nebraska has surged to 64% shooting and looking for a response. Olsen had the clutch in the air. That rebound taken by Markowski. Still time to put it up. Rimdahl, too strong from half court. Tonight's State of Success sponsored by State Farm. Nebraska, the most prolific three-point shooting team in the Big Ten. It's been their identity for several years under Amy Williams, but especially now with the personnel that they have, even with the health issues on this team, they are knocking them down at an incredible rate. It's not just volume, they're efficient as well. Markowski, beautiful, fading away.
And you did see the adjustment by Iowa. It wasn't a commitment to the double team. It was more like a dig down, and then Markowski just went one-on-one. But I'd rather give up a 2 than a 3.
Markowski can make you pay, though, at a really high rate, as she did right there. Stolke.
And she has just continued to produce and produce and produce. She's 1,500 points, over 1,000 rebounds.
She set a screen for Moriarty. And Prince to slow things down, this freshman point guard, known for her headband, hair down, and making a name for herself. 12 points, 4 for 4 from long range, confidently letting it fly. And Britt Prince is high on that list with her productivity. Most she's leading this team.
I don't think you're being, hyperbolic with outstanding and talented freshmen who are really making impacts on their team. And here's the kicker. Britt Prince is only 5th amongst freshmen in this conference in scoring.
Miss Lee finding some place to go. And an offensive foul.
See Nebraska really trying to cut the court and keep Iowa on a side, not letting them get middle.
Olsen darts to the rim, too strong. There is Streblo, right place, right time.
Right now, this run that Iowa is on right now is being fueled by their defense, because once they can get stops, then they're able to push into transitions. An area of improvement as they close out this half, Sloan, is can they run the Huskers off the line? We saw what a great job that they're doing of keeping Nebraska out of the paint. Now, can they run them off the line?
Excellent start to this game. Freshman Britt Prince. She can't get herself free. The mismatch Petrie kicks out of. Prince from 3 is no good. She has a career-high 4 as missed her last 2.
And Hannah Stolke with the perimeter defense. I love to see it.
They're not shaking in their boots over that mismatch. Either way, stood their ground. Here's Stolke through contact and a nice finish.
Post players have dreams and aspirations of being jump shooters and three-point shooters, but Hannah Stolke is really, really good on the low block.
Hargrove, yes, from long range. Nebraska needed that.
And these are all open threes. These are wide open threes.
Stremlo in a tough spot. And it's a jump ball.
When she gets deep position in the block, she's as good as anyone because she's athletic, she's got length, and she has the ability to make counter moves and step moves.
Hake pushing in transition. Shifty, fast. Petrie will put it on the deck, keeping Stolke on her shoulder. Slow things down here in the half court. Iowa shooting 38%. Still trying to find that flow offensively, facing an early 10-point deficit here at home in the first half. Guyton will drive and pick a falter, long choose immediately when she comes into the game. Prince will drive and kick. Stremlo making it tough and forcing the turnover. These teams will see each other twice. It is now a 2-possession game.
been a part of this rivalry as a coach when I was at Nebraska several years ago, and this is such a tough place to play. Doesn't get any easier for Hannah Stoker.
Prince directing traffic, staying poised. Petrie again gets Stokey with the pump fake, but loses it.
And that time when they ran her off the line, Iowa players were able to dig in and really make her uncomfortable.
Look at that moxie. Amiah Guyton lighting up this crowd. Inside Petrie, a simple, necessary 2 for the Huskers. They have responded after each attempted run by the Hawkeyes.
That's that veteran poise of this Cornhusker team.
Barreling in as Guyton leaves it short. And Nebraska showing incredible composure here on the road, is still leading by 3 points. Said it, Shinny, one of the toughest places to play, not just in the Big Ten, but in the country. Prince trying to work her way through traffic, gets the switch, falling away, doesn't get the roll. Hargrove battling. Petrie Bojan with 2, Alexis Markowski with 2 as well. She's been sitting on the bench most of the second quarter, sitting on 9 points as a falter.
In their losses, she's at about 6%. It's a 1-point game going into halftime. They've got to feel good about it.
Prince takes a look up at the clock, under 10 to shoot. Prince will drive, kick, Nisley had a great look at it. And that is how the first half will end here in Iowa City. A surge by the Hawkeyes to make this just a 1-point game. Right now they have worked themselves back into this game, trailing by as many as 10 points. And now a 1-point difference. Nebraska tried to weather every storm with Alexis Markowski on the bench with 2 personal fouls, but she is back, setting the screen for Britt Prince. Quick handoff. Prince is looking for her 5th 3, made her first 4 in a row, has missed 3 straight.
Nebraska really cooled off from behind the arc in the second quarter.
Iowa moving quickly, scoring quickly when Stokey is running. Impossible to stop.
And again, it's the defense for Iowa for me. It's the defense that's leading to easy offensive opportunities.
Nifty finish underneath for the Huskers. They've thought about that 3. Instead, the Hawkeyes will get into their offensive set. Stolen away by Prince. Now speed the other direction. Lob it inside to Petrie. Against a tough defender, the left hand is left short, and a great second effort.
That 1,500, 1,000 club that she's in.
McCabe, the Nebraska native, knocking down Payne, slicing through the defense, and a tremendous box out from Hannah Stokey before she throws it right to Prince. And she'll be shooting too. She is a prolific 3-point shooter coming into tonight. 92 of her 95 career buckets from beyond the arc, shooting 47% this season. You mentioned top 10 in the NCAA. Olsen will face up and knock down the mid-range. Both of them come on very strong here in the second half. As Olsen gets a big piece of that one. Hargrove will chase it down. Nebraska in trouble. Prince off balance.
She just made $1 out of 99 cents on that move, because I don't even know how she got that off.
Up inside to O'Grady, and if that's on Bojan, that's going to be number 3. It is going to be number 3 on Bojan, a 2-point lead for the Huskers.
You mentioned this in our open. These two teams play each other twice, and so if Iowa's able to take care of their home court and finish this out at home.
3-point play. O'Grady has played just 5 minutes in this contest. Stokey not on the floor right now, but already with her 4th double-double of the season, 11 and 13, as Prince will slice her way inside, but Kendall Moriarty turns it over. Iowa down by 10 in the first half. Here's Guyton launching and hitting a three. Prince up ahead. Lindahl thought about it. Will overthrow Markowski. Another turnover for the Huskers.
Taylor Strimble thought about throwing it in transition to Lucy Olsen.
Markowski trying to stand her ground, but too deep was O'Grady, who's now providing a spark off the bench.
Alexis Markowski knows better than that. You're going to have to meet Addison O'Grady much earlier and get her off the block.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Huskers. Guyton somehow drops it off. Amiah Guyton bringing the magic.
As good as Britt Prince is, she is a true freshman. I would try to speed her up as much as I could.
Markowski, 3 personal fouls, patient and off target. One of the best rebounding guards you will see. Lisa Bluter said she reminds me of Kasheen Alexander, one of the best here in Hawkeye history. 3 to shoot, McCabe. That is short. A falter, being a pest, will foul Markowski. State coverage begins with the wrestling pregame. I'm a big fan of Big Ten wrestling.
Yeah.
You're seeing the best on the planet go.
That's right.
And how about Iowa women wrestling having a program here, dominant as well?
Well, they might as well. The men are so good, it just makes sense.
Leah Guyton has been unstoppable. Prince calling her own number. She's gone cold from 3 after a 4-for-4 start. Guyton, 5 seconds to shoot. She is fouled.
His innate ability to attack defenses and get into the seams.
She was a top 60 player, incredibly explosive since making her debut in late November. And you can see the wherewithal, the confidence to go with it. Goes 1 for 2 there, giving Iowa a 5-point lead. 5 seconds to go. Can Nebraska get a quality shot off? Rimdahl pushing it up ahead. It'll be Markowski. And we will head to the 4th quarter, a 2-possession game. Team Jack Foundation has raised over $13 million to support childhood brain cancer research. And it was one of the first things we talked about with Amy Williams, seeing her today about how hard this week has been, remembering his impact and his legacy, but obviously such a young age.
I was actually a Husker during that time. I was at that spring game, and what Team Jack and his family did is they galvanized the entire community, the entire state. We all had Team Jack t-shirts and bracelets.
Iowa has clamped down defensively since.
Iowa's done a phenomenal job of running the Huskers off the line, getting over screens.
Nisley is denied on the drive. The defense we were just talking about stepping up once more for the Hawkeyes.
You know, this Iowa team is a good ball club, and they're going to win a lot of games. It's just going to look different than how it's looked in years past.
Hannah Stolke, one-on-one, no answer.
Iowa's going to win games with their defense and their grit.
Jan Jensen said, even when we're down in games, with the exception of Illinois, part of this 3-game losing streak, I've never felt like we are out of things. They are resilient and they fight. But Nebraska has shown composure as well, particularly the freshman Amiah Hargrove. You think of her as a scorer, takes so much pride in her defense. As Guyton barrels her way to the rim.
And put her chest out like she wanted you to know it.
Already a career high with 12 points, now up to 14, her best game of this season so far. Feuerbach also using her length to poke it away. Stolke running the floor, dishing it off, and an easy finish. 14 points is her career high. In the corner, the 3 will fall.
All season long, they get defenses on it every single time.
Pick and slip. Stolke looking for another assist, and Olsen will go shoot too.
Just really selfless, a lot of great movement with and without the ball. 21 assists on 26 made field goals. And we also think of Iowa scoring in fast break. Right now, Iowa has 13 fast break points. They're averaging 9 on the season.
By the way, it's 13-0 fast break compared to Nebraska. They've been trying to dial it up from three. Guyton trying to make an impact defensively. And Nebraska has been in trouble time and time again. Nisley back to back, bailing out her team.
Just when this crowd is on the precipice of losing it, Nebraska responds.
Oh, they want to blow the roof off this place, but Nebraska has not let them do so. Still trying to stay within arm's reach. Markowski, the hands, the finish! Guyton has been the superstar for this offense. In the passing lane, Nisley, she's been the superstar for the Huskers the last couple minutes. Petrie has the mismatch with the 5'9" Guyton. She is battling hard to try and get the ball. Prince slobs it in. And she will go to work, zooming past Guyton to the rim. Maybe making the freshman point guard think a little bit differently. Into the post to Stolke. 2 seconds left for Olsen, splashing home a three.
Did I see Lucy Olsen let out a little smile after she hit that three?
She's up to double figures. Rimdahl, the force to steady this squad again. Nebraska's had an answer every time, but this time it's Olsen right back as she gets to the cup.
And this is why they brought her here. This is why she was such a coveted pickup out of the portal.
Stolke out of the play, an easy two for Alexis Markowski. They pounce on it.
It's a tough break for Iowa.
Under 3 on the clock in what has been a battle between these two teams. Olsen now working the offense as a mismatch with Petrie. A falter. Yes!
Sydney Falter needed that. In wins, she's shooting about 36% behind the arc. In losses, 22%. That was a big shot for her.
Quick kick out, Petrie. Look at the response. Unselfish IQ and playmaking on display. Olsen gets her own miss. A Falter thinking about that three. Instead, try to turn the corner and draw the foul. Clutch plays. We are being treated to right now.
The only other time I've been in this building, Sloan, has been either as a player just getting destroyed by C. Vivian Stringer's teams of the 90s, or as an assistant coach over there on the sideline, again, getting destroyed. I like this vantage point so much better, so much more fun.
Prince gets the edge, Markowski through traffic. Olsen trying to take things into her own hands in this fourth quarter. Finds nowhere to go. Taking Prince off the dribble, and she's fouled. Propelling herself now to 13 points. More basketball coming up after this for Olsen. She goes 0 for 2, a falter there, beating 3 red jerseys to keep it alive for the Hawkeyes. And then a foul. Feuerbach just 65% from the free throw line this season. Hit 2 threes in the first quarter. And she goes 2 for 2 in a big spot. Still a 1-possession game as a timeout is called. Nebraska is 9 of its last 9 from the floor, and yet they trail by 3. Prince, the step back. Yes! Britt Prince showing she belongs in the Big Ten with that kind of shot.
That was cold-blooded by the true freshman with the senior, a very good on-ball defender in Sydney Falter guarding her.
49.9 on the clock. It is Iowa basketball. Is that shot a backbreaker? Olsen, hard take, and again she is fouled.
This conference is known for their size.
Really this entire quarter to help Iowa to the lead, and then also to try and take this one at home. Now 0 for 5.
Now it becomes mental.
Prince, guarded by Guyton, who's been excellent on her defensively. Thought about that three. Petrie takes a look inside. Will hand it back off to Prince. Does she have the heroics again in her? Waiting for a screen from Markowski. Now Markowski getting downhill and is blocked. Hannah Stokey, the help defense, and the whistle as well.
And Nebraska's going to have to foul. They've got to try to get a quick steal and then foul.
Stokey, the inbounder, just gets it in, and they go to Feuerbach. Mentioned this season, entering tonight 65%. Because you have to be thinking, could we get to 5 minutes after this? Have to prepare for that possibility with the way these teams have been trading baskets. Feuerbach clutch on the first, and this to make it a 3-point game. Left short, Markowski gathers it in. Huge rebound. Lucy Olsen telling the referees we're going to try and foul depending on how things go here. Callan Hake, the inbound. Prince has been heroic in this game. Goes behind the back into the paint. It's left short. She's stuffed, and a jump ball possession arrow right here for the Huskers. Britt Prince curling into the paint, takes the contact, and she'll be shooting two. Prince, 86% from the free throw line. Britt Prince. Sydney Falter will be taking it out on the sideline. 2.8 seconds on the clock. A tie game at Carver-Hawkeye Arena. Amiah Guyton they go to. She goes all the way to the rim, but misses. We will play 5 more minutes. Markowski playing with 4 personal fouls. A key player off the bench for the Huskers. Alberti Rimdahl has fouled out. Guyton, an excellent guarding Prince, but leaves her alone from 3. Great rebound, Hargrove. He's fouled by Stokey. Kendall Moriarty getting big minutes here for the Cornhuskers. Missley was also magnificent.
More paint penetration, more dribble drives.
Missley good on the first. Saw a lot of time in the paint in the fourth quarter. They go to Stokey, gets through Markowski, and is fouled by her. Officially fouled out of this game. And how great a win here today would make her feel. With how it ended last season in the Big Ten championship game, those feelings are fresh.
And as a coach, you love it. You want your players to care. You want your players to be aware.
1 for 2 goes Stokey. Whistle away from the ball. It's going to go on Feuerbach. Another freshman who has stepped up.
They didn't have freshmen like this when I was coaching Sloan, or else maybe I'd still be coaching, because these freshmen are fearless.
Minute into this overtime. Getting downhill is a falter, but an offensive foul.
In close games on the free throw line. It's not the case tonight.
Iowa under 50%. They're 12 of 25 as Prince patiently gets herself to the rim.
Go inside to your 68% field goal shooter.
In overtime, but 3.5 minutes is a lifetime. Prince no good on the second. 10 seconds to shoot for the Hawkeyes. A falter getting herself to the cup, too strong. And Moriarty is fouled.
True freshman defending the senior, Sydney Falter.
Can't emphasize it enough. It has been remarkable to watch as Moriarty goes 1 for 2. This half-court offense for Iowa grinding to a halt here in overtime. We'll see what Olsen can do with 7 seconds to shoot. Poked away by Prince. It stays here. Hand in her face that's left way short. Then a falter is stripped. 20 to shoot for Prince. And the Huskers almost a steal by a falter. That could have been a pick six right there.
And no better person to do it than Sydney Falter.
Nisley looking for Prince. Ball in her hands. Clutch moments. Nisley leaving it inside to Petrie. 1 second left. She's fouled.
Attacking O'Grady's hip. She had the bead on her. O'Grady was out of position.
And Petrie does so there in the starting lineup for 2 minutes to play in overtime. Nebraska's won 3 straight games. Iowa has lost 3 straight, and that's where they're most successful. Prince has had trouble getting free from Guyton. Best games of their career here tonight, and they go head-to-head. Quick swing, Petrie. Can't knock down the clutch 3, and O'Grady corralling the rebound. Limited minutes in regulation. Huge here is O'Grady. 1 minute left. A falter dishing it off. O'Grady is fouled. Down by 5. See that 69% on both sidelines. Prince resetting, then taking off, toying with the defense, the drive and kick. 5 seconds to shoot now for Hargrove. Difficult shot, it won't go, but flying in, Hargrove, then Moriarty. It's Iowa basketball. A falter through the chaos, and McCabe lets it fly. And Moriarty will fly in to keep the possession. A foul is called. McCabe today, just 1 of 6 from long range. Alexis Markowski fouled out of this game. They're without their leader and leading scorer, and it stays a 1-possession game, but what a rebound! It keeps it here with the Huskers. Shot clock is off. Nisley holding on to it. She hasn't missed a free throw this season. The composure, and you can of course catch this game. Maryland and Northwestern, 16-16 game. 9.9 seconds left. They go to Guyton, that grazes front iron. And a whistle. And it's good on the first. 2 for 2 goes Kylie Feuerbach, especially for the Huskers. They are trying to end a 6-game losing streak to this team here in Iowa City. Prince, they bring the swarm. She coughs it up. It's Iowa ball. A falter. No good there. And Nebraska outlasts Iowa and gets a win for the first time since 2018 on this home court. That'll do it for us here.